and welcome to Carn Dum. This is a nice little 2v5, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with Thanatos and Nowaki. Nowaki taking the role of Numenor today, and Thanatos with Lothlorien. So I do actually have Nowaki's point of view of this battle too, so that'll be nice. We'll be able to go and look at his kills at the end of this as well. What's going on up here? Alright, okay. Oh, I didn't realise that this deployment zone technically went all the way back here. We've gone for a little freeze, which is surprising. We'll give it a few seconds. I don't usually freeze. What's happening today? No. Alright, we'll be right back. Oh no, we're back, good. Yeah, don't know. Weird little freeze. Perhaps it was just everybody trying to move their units at once type thing. So, we'll go through Nowaki and Thanatos' forces here first. Watch the Golden Wood there, and some Farzam Swordmasters. We'll be seeing a lot of these uber elites, I suspect. Rides the Golden Wood. Down here, some Swordmasters, Lothlorien Swordmasters, and Numenorian Shield Guard. Some of these lower end warriors, and some Karsgalathon Guardians with the Narannar Sentinels. Two exceptional pikes. Steel Bowmen. Tricky for a siege, for sure, just because of that low, low ammunition value, but nice to have. Numenorian Cohort and the Royal Guard. Some catapult crew there by Thanatos. Some cohort. Seafarers. Double shadow bows there, and some more steel bowmen. Some rangers. Lots of body piercing today. Wait, sorry, that's another shadow bow. Yeah, that's 3 shadow bows from Nowaki. And Lornan archers. Some more Lornan archers. Some woodland protectors, and some Royal Court of House Amlaith. No, sorry, don't know where I went with that. Royal Legion of Armenelos and the Guardians. A lot of Arthur dying recently, and that's that. Okay, so a lot of body piercing, as we would expect. We'll have a little gander at their formation at the end to see how they're actually arrayed for this battle. A three-man defense of Carn Dum. You can usually expect that we're gonna have one guy on the left, one guy in the middle, and one guy on the right. Not really something we can do with 2 players though, so it'll be interesting how they manage to split that up, or are they going to try their very best to get the strengths of both sides mixed in amongst each other, because Numenor is really not going to have much going for them in terms of that range power. Of course, the steel bows are devastating, and the Royal Guard can do some good work, but we're not really going to be able to use that ammunition for very long. We've got Pajo as Harad. He's got his Demons of the Desert, some Beast Hunters there, and some Dismounted Serpent Guard without an armor upgrade, though. But still, yeah, good, high quality. Can sort of go toe-to-toe with some elves for a while. Then Southron Pikes, very solid. Serpent's Fangs, Champions of Nafrat, and Trollmen. Yeah, I love it. Pajo's army, pretty solid. No issues with it. The Chosen One, he's got some Lok Narim there. Crossbows, Dragon's Wrath crossbows, E-Strong crossbow without an armor upgrade, with 1 level of armor upgrade he's given them. Scion Rim. Up here at the front, we've got the Flag Rim. E-Strong Warriors are nice to see, but I don't like the idea of them pushing up the Ram. Unshielded, they're going to get ripped apart, but if they can actually get into melee with these guys, their defensive skill from having these 2 blades will really shine. Low Gamp Rim there. I love the strong warriors, but it's just that lack of a shield can be devastating. When you've got the E-Strong clansmen there, who when you get them armor upgraded, can almost, they can outshine them a little bit. We've got Sauce here, Guardians of Carn Dum. Again, Sauce just popping up again. We've got the Witcher-on Pikes, Hammer Guard, Blackguard, Scourge Raider, and Guardians, armored up Scourge Raiders. Solid. Pikes there. Orc Fellers, some Trolls of Gundabad today, along with some Snaga Stalkers and Gundabad Guard. Over here we have Khand with some Variag Bowmen. We have Brawmaster, 8,000. I'll probably just call it Bruh or Cunt. We've got the Variag Bowman out front, no armor upgrade for them. Nurad, Footmen behind. I love Candon and Siege. They really can do some good work. I don't know about... We'll see, we'll see. Nomadic Infantry, I'm not sure about this. Not certain about the Brotherhood of the Wain. That's bold, but we'll see. Varag Warriors in the back, again, no armor upgrade for them. Nomadic Raiders and Nomadic Axemen. Heavy numbers, but with... Oh. Don't you go into the red limit after one of these guys? Maybe you don't. If he does, then that's bold, because I would have just gone for the Brother of the Axe instead. You know, they're pretty damn solid. What do we have hidden all the way back here? Don't know about this. Oh, I don't think he was allowed to take it, maybe. That might be the thing, and that's why it's all the way back there. We'll see, though. I'm pretty sure that would have been included in the instructions. Unfortunately, you know, I do love to get instructions. I always ask for them, but I very rarely will, like, read it before I do a battle, which is dumb. I'll read it when I get them, but no, I think the Hoacha was banned. That's why it's all the way back there. We do have... Oh, it wasn't the Hoacha was banned. They were only allowed to have one artillery piece. I think it was one artillery piece per side. I think that's a fair enough rule. So the Hoacha has got to be left over there. Crew can come join after, I'm sure. Catapult. Yeah, I'd go for a catapult over Hoacha. Some Drake Broodlings there. I like to think that they're just spitting up a little fire breath above their heads constantly to give them that light. Heavy Gobbo Spears from the Dog Eater. Heavy Gobbo Infantry. A nice little gap here, so there'll be Blackback Mountain Berserkers, maybe? Something hidden. Stag of Skirms, maybe? Yeah, Fearmongers and Goblin King Bodyguard. I think Blackback Mountain Berserkers are here, and this is 2 units of Skirms. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm expecting. Oh, I like everybody's army, to be honest. I'm fortunate about the Hoacha, but apart from that, I think everybody, all of the attackers have gone for a pretty good composition. Can't disagree with any of it. Let's go to 2 times speed. I'm just going to take a gulp of my tea, so there'll be a bit of silence as the defenders shuffle around. So, yeah, definitely a tough scrap. If the boys wait now 40,000 frames, they should, but the boys are really going to want to wait until that catapult gets up, and also they're going to want to wait until those heavy goblins get in position. Heavy goblin infantry, they're actually quite well armored for their cost, and they can take a pounding because they've got such great numbers. So if we can, you know, tempt some shots into them, or even just have them, you know, give them a fair fight, they'll just grind away at an enemy. They're not going to get many kills, but they're going to tire them out. They're a great thing to send in first. And when you're allied with a lot of these evil men factions, it does usually, you know, fall on the Misty Mountains to be the first guy in. I'll go to 1 times speed. I don't think they're going to rush. And we'll just have a quick gander. I'm not going to call things out, but we'll just see how people are spread. Nowaki really being wary of artillery fire. Yeah, okay, so Nowaki is guarding the right side. And he does seem to be... No, it seems to be more of a mix for the center. And then Thanatos has the south side, or the left side. So, I like that, but Numenor and Lothlorien are such, you know, they're very different factions. So it does mean that the boys are going to be able to, you know, focus certain tools in certain areas and hopefully avoid the nastiness on either side. I do think, though, having a lot of Lothlorien focus up against Harad is important. Imagine trying to spend some steel bow fire. To be honest, I would still shoot a trollman with a steel bow. Definitely a champion in Avarat. Not a problem with that. Or Demons of the Desert, in all honesty. Even though they're very lightly armored, very much worth it for me. That high damage arrow is still gonna clock you pretty badly. We'll go 2 times speed until I see something kicking off. As I say, this is a good sign for the defender. Well, sorry, for the attackers, that they are just being patient here, and they are letting Misty come around. But while they're being patient, I always see this from Thanatos. He's quite liberal with his catapult use, which I like. I think it's good, and it might kind of... you see, a more novice player, maybe. I think Sauce is going to keep his cool here. But if you were quite a new player and suddenly you were getting, like, artillery fire, you could definitely see that, like, sparking you into doing something a bit silly. But I think Sauce is going to realize, in the grand scheme of things, that's not bad. You know, that's not too many casualties. So he'd be happy enough just to take it. But not bad. Not a bad idea from Thanatos. Just see what you can do. Try and just scare him. And while they were clumped up together, one good slam right into the middle of those tightly packed barrow wights would have certainly been worth it. As I say, I see Thanatos is always quite, you know, liberal with his catapult. He does fire at things that I think most of the time people wouldn't. Oh, no, of course that was just a, no, that wasn't long enough. But my goodness me, imagine one slam while they were in that like blob. That would be horrific. And once again, we've got Angmar attacking alone, which I never like. I love Angmar as an attacking faction, but ooh, Witchers, don't get too close. There's a lot of very long range archers on these walls. Get the Watchers of the Golden Wood over here and just, if I was Than, I would get my Watchers to just be following those Witchers wherever they go. I'm not seeing that right now. They don't want to have anybody on the walls right now, just in case somebody ends up smashing one down. But I would definitely be wanting to keep an eye on where they're going, which the boys will be. And because they're nice and spread out like this, it's quite difficult to hide the Witchers. So yeah, no, they will be sticking out. But as I say, Angmar attacking alone, they're a sudden rush faction. You know, I often find. So they can't really, they struggle by themselves. Unless there's multiple Angmars. Now, what I would love is if the Dog Eater actually came all the way around and, say, split half of his army to back up Khand and half of his army to back up Sos. So, say he comes in first in the center, and he comes in first on the left. This is putting Dog Eater under a lot of pressure to just be the initial sucker, I'm afraid. But it's part of the thing. It's what Misty's very good at. So, you know, he might be willing for it. Variag bows from Brewmaster moving up. Now they got a bit of armor on them, and they do have that little shield, so they can skirmish quite nicely. But Carn Dum, you've got to keep in mind, has got these towers. Are they firing away? Let's listen for a second. You probably won't be able to hear it because of the music, but no, we're not getting any twangs, and we're not seeing any casualties from these Variag bows. I think he's sat just out of range. Or maybe the boys are just a little bit too far away to activate those towers. Could be possible. And still standing just a bit out of range here. We can see one or two casualties where he was just a little bit too close. That's always a bit of a, you know, something to keep in mind, because those towers are just going to get free kills against you. And even up against stuff like your Haradrim spears, you don't want that. If you're waiting and you just wait for like 5 minutes, those towers will probably kill like 10 guys. That's not negligible in the grand scheme of things. It can add up. Pulling back the Variag bows now, maybe he did see the towers were hitting him a little bit, and he wanted to get his ass out of that. Apart from that, no, we're still chilling out. I think I wouldn't have put there'll be 2 links in the description as usual. And I wouldn't have triggered the start of the battle yet. I don't think I'm going to trigger the start of the battle until I see either the attacker's artillery fire or I see an actual movement toward the gates and walls. This is starting to get a little bit scary though. So, it's maybe a good thing for the attackers, in all honesty, especially when you've got Angmar and Harad, 2 very like highly aggressive factions, and I mean Misty as well, to be honest. Sometimes you want a shorter battle, and it does spell some good things for the attackers, that they've been able to just get in there and flood them very, very quickly. But with all of these rangers too, like, we're going to blunt a charge. It's going to happen very, very quickly as well. I do like Carn Dum as a map. Oh, we do actually have some fire. Some quite dedicated fire into the Gamp Rim. And that's coming from these Lornand archers there, who, some of them are actually pulling out their swords. What the hell? You guys aren't done, surely. How did you pull out your swords, though? They've not spent all that. No, because they've just dropped a handful of these guys. They've not spent all of that ammunition. But how have they pulled out their swords if they're not out of ammo and nothing's touched them? Huh. I don't really know. That's something I'm a bit confused about. How do these guys have their swords out? Because, again, nothing's up here. Maybe something about being on a wall. They just... Could have been. But still, God, I mean, if that... That won't be the amount of ammunition. I'm stressing that again. That can't be the amount of ammunition. But if that was, that's a big early win for the attackers. Just losing a handful of these Gambrim for that. But no, again, won't be the start of the battle for me. Nice to see the defenders are not just willing to let them sit there, though, without being a bit pestered. You could maybe get an archer up here and shoot these pikemen in the side, even spread out. I would be tempted to give that a shot with elven accuracy. I wouldn't do that with a crappy archer, but elven accuracy, I most certainly would give it a try. Squash some of those guys down. The Watchers are in the center here. That's a good thing to just keep an eye on those Witchers. Looks like okay, no. See, this can sort of work as well. What? Oh, you can't. Was he just giving him a ram? Yeah, he doesn't have a ram. So he was just giving him one. That's cute. I don't think you can use your... You can't use your allies' rams, though, can you? You've got to just use your own. We'll see. We'll see. Very, very nice of him, though. Catapult opening up. Yeah, okay, so this will be the proper beginning now. As the walls are starting to falter. Now, with a full amount of that ammunition, you know, using it carefully, you can get down 2 sections of walls. You can get down, I think, 2.5. So, who is it using that? That's Dog Eater, yeah. So he's been about a bit, so he'll know generally how much he's going to be able to take down. So the question is, well, the wonder is going to be, is he going to bring down 1 section here and then 1 section, say, here? Or is he going to bring down 2 sections in the same area? Because if we can bring down that gate and then 2 sections, that's going to give Nawaki a very tricky time to try and hold that area by himself. So even if everybody else on the battlefield, all of the other attackers are having a much more difficult attack, it can be, it can even out. Just because hopefully he's going to be able to come through with a lot more. But yeah, I'd say that ram problem is a bit worrying for me. I just don't think... Yeah, I think they've realised that they can't use the ram, so he's going to have to keep these Eastron Guard around. Eastron Guard, as much as I love him, unshielded, not poorly armoured by any stretch. They can receive an armour upgrade, which they haven't today. I love them. I really like the Eastern Guard as a unit. I love them with the armor upgrade and without. I think they look really, really cool. And I love, you know, two-handed spears. Especially two-sided spears are so cool. Definitely one of my favourite sort of looking units and my favourite sort of units to watch fight. But the cape and everything, yeah, they're really cool. But unfortunately, just don't perform as well as I'd want them to. Yeah, okay, good. Dog Eater's moving around to try and break down another section of the wall. The chosen one there, he's going to bust down that gate. Goblin infantry moving up. But as I say, this is kind of the problem now. Just those towers. Those towers are going to be picking away at our goblin infantry. Oh, it was goblin infantry that were hiding. I was wrong. I was so confident. Does he... Well, he's not got any snagger then. He's not taking any snagger skirms. That's bold. That's very bold of him. Fair enough. Over here we have got Numenorian cohort. Oh, wait, what? Alright. Looking at them there, it just, for some reason, it looked like they were standing on that wall. Oh, no, Numenorian cohort back here. Waiting for their chance. See, I would get the Hawacha crew off their artillery piece. Just, you know, it's a handful of guys to get up forward. See what you can do with that. I say, you don't have to buy artillery. Not artillery. You don't have to buy siege equipment. I never see, like, just bring a fair bit. You know, I don't like to do the siege tower surround strategy, but it works. It works well. Like, if you want to use it, I'm not gonna fault you for it. But just bring enough artillery. No, bring enough artillery. Bring enough siege weapons that you're gonna be all right. Numenorian cohort here. More than happy to slice up some heavy goblin infantry, but at the same time, you know, if those heavy goblin infantry can just get a nice man-on-man fight with those Numenorian cohort, they'll hurt a bit. You know, it's all about just trying to find a fair engagement as an attacker, because all of these maps, all of these situations are designed about denying you a fair fight. So if you can find these moments where you're getting one, even if it's not, you know, the best fight, a fair fight is always going to result in some decent work for you. Still bashing down that wall there. Catapult receiving a bit of this damage, but it's going to be fine. It's already used up most of its ammo, as I say, so it shouldn't have enough left to take down another section of wall. Dog Eater should know that. So I'm wondering what he's going to do with it now. Is he going to just try and use it to hit some enemy forces, or is he going to try and bring down a wall? I have seen it. I have seen it happen, but it's just... Oh well, cool. Pulling back. Snag a Stalkers, pushed up that ram, got that door open. Nice to get it open nice and early, just so that, you know it's there, you know it's done. But, still some more gates to bust open later. F the boys. Doing falling back. We got a bit of a siege tower movement here from Paggio. But again, just move it up. Not actually pressuring right now. The boys are coordinated. This is scary. This is very scary for a defender. When you see the attackers, like, showing this patience and showing this coordination. Oh, I thought we had the trolls pushing the siege tower there. That would have been quite funny. But no, we got a little snag up while he's doing it. Trolls are moving up. And... no, surely not going for the gate. No, he's just chilling out next to the gate. Do need to think about a thumbnail. That looks kind of cool in a way. Yeah, I can roll something like that. Sunset in the distance. You got the spikes on the top of the side of the bridge. Yeah, something like that. Nice thematic. Cool. Brewmaster moving up. Gate here getting busted. Interesting placement. Stops them from shooting out, but in all honesty, it stops you. Yeah. Oh right, he does have some snag skirms. I don't know if I would have that there. I don't quite know what purpose that serves. I don't think you can put it over there. Yeah. Okay. Variag Warriors. I thought the Variag Warriors were about to go up. That would have been pretty devastating, unshielded, and you know, sword masters, lower quality sword masters, of course, but sword masters nonetheless. Snag of skirms getting hit, or sorry, stalkers. Still just getting grinded down by those towers. Eastron Warriors leading this push. But yeah, as I say, just a lot of casualties, even just from the towers, going to be rinsing those poor guys. This is why I think it is, you know, it's nice to have some Eastron clansmen. What else could he have used to push them up? Called me crazy, I would have used the Silent Rim. Yeah, I would have preferred to use the Silent Rim than the Eastron Warriors. If somebody wants, I would have spread out the Silent Rim, but if somebody wants to shoot my Silent Rim in the face, you know, I'd be okay with that. Yeah, it's a bit upsetting, but, you know, I'd be content. I'd maybe even use the bold choice of using the Eastron crossbows, just because they're still going to be so effective, even down to like 50 guys. That's when they start, I find, you know, you're starting to struggle with them. Fire arrows coming on over. Fires and sword masters going in deep right now, ready to meet this attack with the best of the best. A lot of fire arrows from the Nomadic infantry, but no real hits yet on these guys. I'd maybe hold fire. I just think it's not being... We got a hit. These two guys reacted as if they got hit, but I didn't actually see an arrow hit them. Yeah, I'd hold my fire now. This is ineffective. A few guys getting struck, but it's not worth it. This ammunition needs to be used later, when you've got a better shot, when you're up on the walls yourself, maybe, or just firing up and over into a bit of a blob. Eastern Warriors busted down that gate now, but Dog Eater coming in flying, which is great, nice to see. But Brewmaster not just letting the gobbles die, he's going to be flooding on in right on after. And we've actually broken down another wall. Oh damn, blow me down. Sorry about that. I suppose we can take down three. Yeah, take down 3 sections with 1 catapult, but it'll be near enough out of ammunition now. Shadowbow's ripping through these guys, but as painful as it is, it's just gobbles. You know, it sucks. But those Varag Warriors need to run in order to grab those Shadowbows. Cohort are in them though. Damn, they've really let the attackers take ground here. Which, because of the coordination that they've had, it's tough not to let them take some ground. But this is quite an interesting defense now. It's not like we're not bottling them up. We're just fighting them out in the open. But to say that's providing the attackers this fair fight. Angmar's coming forward. And he's coming forward carefully right now with his Barrow-wights. Over here, no major rushing going on, but we're in position to do so. Eastern Warriors still standing by, hopefully not getting shot at yet. The tower's still sort of focusing on them. Beast Hunter's pushing this, or getting in position to push that tower up. But no, the main action is going on over here. Drake Broodlings, yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, this is actually amazing for the Drake Broodlings and even the chariots too. I'd get the chariots in here and really just cause terror in this position. This would be scary as hell. Drake Broodlings pushing through a lot of high-powered units that they're getting through there, though. So that's going to be taking damage. We need to keep these guys moving. And as I say, those chariots, good stuff, seeing those chariots. I'd maybe avoid the Royal Guard and the Sentinels, but while they're in there getting these close-range crossbow shots, we could sprint in a snag a skirm and get the shots into the Farzam Swordmasters. That would be god tier. Yeah, see, we're still firing at them to hold fire. We're about to use our ammunition. Get our archers in here and shoot about from inside. Ah, brother, the Wayne going down. No. You don't want to lose them all. You want to use those crossbows. Where are the baby dragons? Where have they gotten off to? No, they're still alive. They're still alive over there. Still 27 of them. Nurad footmen flooding on in. I love this, but it's so fast. It's... and nobody else is attacking. Well, people are coming. People are coming in now. I'd like to see some movement from these boys. Because the thing is, over at the other side, the Goblins and Khand are really going for it. Whereas we're just kind of just staring them down here. Which that's going to be allowing Thanatos to micro elsewhere. Maybe even send some boys over to help. These Barrow-wights going to be a bit of a struggle for the Lornan Axemen. Don't actually have armor piercing on those axes. High damage though. They will hurt the Barrow-wights. Nice bit of elven skill too. Seafarers struggling in that. Still Drake Broodlings running around. 10 for 10, which is a great place to be as an attacker right now. Even if this attack fails, if they've just inflicted these massive casualties, they can be very happy with that. Riders of the Golden Wood coming over here. Getting some more of these Silverthorn shots coming in. Ooh, Drake Broodlings jumping at them though. Drake Broodlings wavering. Might end up breaking. They're not locked morale. I used to think they were. I was shocked when I first saw them rout, but no, they're definitely not locked. They're not locked morale. And yeah, Snow Troll's in there. Snow Troll's getting a decent enough fight. Oh, I love that. When you get the kill animation on a troll and they just like shrink down to normal person size. I do like to think that this Seafarer Nindamos has just like cracked it or just like hacked into the Snow Troll's knees and it sort of just dropped down for him to get the kill hit. But no, a bit vile, but hey, it's a troll. Numenor Court are down to 21. Yeah, we're suffering over here. Like, I do love how Nawaki's defending here. It's very interesting, but he is being faced with a tremendous challenge. Those broodlings and those chariots were very scary. And as I say, I just think we're... Oh, good stuff. No. What are we going for here, man? We're going for... Yeah, we're going for that. Like, I definitely want to get something here. Hitting those fires, like, because they're unshielded from the back, of course. So if you can just get some hits into them, absolutely god tier. Be really, really nice to get that done. But no, we're still flooding on forward. Nomadic Axemen. Man, I'd be getting in a bit harder than we are. I think this is going so well for the attackers, and I would be wanting to just capitalize on it. Really just cover this place in my troops, which is probably, you know, what the defenders are sort of wanting with a lot of their rangers and their catapults and the like. But Sauce is coming forward. He is showing his ability to, you know, yeah, he can strike alone, but it's just, I worry that it's usually quite an intense strike. But okay, no, he's showing caution. Well, I guess, yeah, Nawaki doesn't want to do a quick backstab against these stalkers because Scourge Raiders will get a volley into his right side as he runs past. A little dead baby dragon there. We're seeing some... Oh, yep. Oh, okay, that's a fair target there. But this is in your way. No. It's a good target, but that like piece of Piece of stone, a big pile of dirt is going to be getting in your way, unfortunately. Thanatos. Pajo's leading the way with some Haradrim spears up against these swordmasters. And also, looks like a lot of these beast hunters got shredded by enemy fire. But they must have done some good damage to the swordmasters, as a few of them have fallen. We're getting some more javelins through here. So it looks like the boys over this end are kind of playing by the strategy of just take our time, inflict casualties, do this as efficiently as possible, which is nice. I like it, and it's a smart way to play. But when your allies are gaining so much ground and being so aggressive, sometimes you do need to echo that on your ends. But as I've mentioned a few times, you know, in recent battles, it's not all about just taking ground. If the boys over here can just inflict casualties, even if they end up just getting wiped out, maybe that's not a terrible thing for them. Ah, damn blackbacks. I was wondering what was taking that armor-piercing steel bowfire. The blackbacks are they're a really nice target for it, so that's a damn shame for them. But only 5 volleys, so if they can just absorb the damage, you know, it is what it is. Sentinels here still fighting it out, up against the skilled swordsmen of the Far East. Nice little flags on their backs. I do love that. It's a nice aesthetic, and I think they do fit in quite well with the universe that Reforged has sort of been constructing, and of course before that Third Age as a whole. That's a big mob of infantry broken. Really big mob of infantry just falling right into the clutches of these steel bows, who are as good as Numenorian cohort after they've used up their ammunition. It's getting sliced down, and these guys probably going to be following them shortly. It's tricky right now without the steel drummers? No, without the troll drummers. You've really got to just rely on your Goblin King bodyguard and your fearmongers and your general himself to provide a bit of a morale buff to your forces. Again, they've allowed them to get inside. Oh, wow, even with these trolls have pushed on in toward the centre. Wow, holy smokes, Sauce. He's right on up there. But some Farsam Swordmasters are going to be waiting for him, and that's going to be a little bit too much for the Snaga Stalkers to deal with. And that catapult looks like it's going to be ripping right down his line, but only Snaga around here. I think Sauce can be okay with that. You know, he's not going to be overly upset. No real ground being earned. Good stuff, Snaga Archers. Oh. Yeah, I mean, if a few Barrow Wights and a few Scourge Raiders take that damage, it won't be too bad. What are those Snaga Archers opening up into? Yeah, they're getting a good decent shot, you know. Again, as an attacker, you've got to just take what you can get, you know, when you're shooting into enemy forces. So even though they're hitting the front of these Loreland Warriors' shields and the Farsam Swordmasters, it's a good target. And it's very nice. And now that he's sort of claimed this area, he could get some archers up here. And then you can sort of run around, you can backstab people, or you can start hurtling your axes around here, there, and everywhere. See what he's able to achieve later. Nawaki has been able to push back the attackers to the gateway, but have they done enough? Oh, okay, they've been taking a lot of casualties now. Yeah, they've started to jump ahead. Let me just take a cup of tea. Yeah, they're starting to get under control now. Which Numenor is able to do that. They can just keep on powering through, and they can, you know, really grab control of the situation. But there's nothing guarding? There's nothing guarding this wall now, which the Brotherhood of the Sword seem to be wanting to jump at. But yeah, I think maybe Broadmaster's been a little bit too liberal with his arrows, and, you know, this would be the time we can get these archers up on this wall, start firing on down, either requiring Nawaki to send something up to deal with us, shoot us with something, or just take our fire. And it's, that could really turn the tide here. But saying turn the tide, maybe Numenor didn't have control of the situation as well as I thought. For Legion of Armenal was kind of struggling up against this, you know, Mountain Orc Berserkers and Heavy Goblin Spears. That's a lot of armor piercing coming in. Not very skilled armor piercing, but armor piercing is still nasty. Riders of the Golden Wood coming on over here. Goodness me. So that's still where the main action is. But Sauce is coming on forward quite substantially. More Royal Legion there. And armor piercing from the shield guards. Yeah, those Barrow-wights are going to be struggling. Charging down here charging down here. What is going on with my voice today? Swordmasters running on down. And trying to mess up these Scourge Raiders. But again, more Snagga fire. Trying to deal with them. If instead of these Snagga, we had some Khandish archers made their way over toward this centre to lay down some damage. Not that they're really the best of the best, but you know, that's something. Oh, those Lornad warriors. See, I would have maybe held back my trolls, because this was a fight. The pikes were crushing it. They were doing some good work here, and I think the trolls have just sort of exposed themselves to unnecessary damage. You know, you're seeing these 5 Lornad warriors, all with their big two-handed AP axes, cracking through these sturdy trolls of Gundabad. It's not pretty. So I would have maybe I know it would have taken longer than sending the trolls in, but I would have been happy enough with that. Eastron crossbow, that's not pretty to see, especially not while they've still got their crossbows out. I do love his aggression though. He tried to jump in here, tried to do some good damage, but obviously they've just been shot to pieces. But still, I appreciate it. Love the hustle. Love the aggression. I hope to goodness these guys come back. They did. Good stuff. Right, keep them safe. Don't do anything like that again. Serpent Guard coming on in. As I say, Serpent Guard, as long as they don't get shot at, they can go toe-to-toe with the best of them. You know, of course. Oh, one Swordmaster bravely holding them back. Got a quick charge in there. I don't think he got a kill. Oh, he grabbed one there. Good man. But it's just disrupting this formation a little bit. Good stuff from Thanatos, paying attention to these one-man units. Woodland Protectors, they're going to fall to the hand of the dismounted Serpent Guard. Suffering from that Spear Malice, and also, again, just up against quite a high-quality unit. Shot from the right side, though. Their little shields aren't going to be too useful. Not that the shields of the Serpent Guard are really their strongest asset anyway. Some axes coming in to the backs of those Lornad warriors. 40 for 51. The defenders are still ahead, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like we're kind of struggling here. Numenorian cohort there. We've got some shots coming in. Ranger fire? Yeah, Ranger fire. Again, this is a big blob. Varag Bowman being sent on in there. Fine enough in a fight, but not really what you want. Rather, the shadows rushing through them. Bit of a blob to push through, and if some Rangers ploughed through that right now, that would be curtains. But Mountain Oak Berserkers are trying to silence that. They will for a good bit. Not the best unit to be going toe-to-toe with Rangers, but when you're wanting to shut down Rangers, anything will do. So they'll do what they can. Nowaki's going to pull these guys out. Suffering a good few casualties doing so, though. Over here, Nowaki still has a position that he's holding out. A lot of archers, though. But Royal Guard and Steel Bows, once they're out of their ammunition, they can go toe-to-toe with a lot of infantry. So he might be happy enough with that. Unfortunately, some of these guys were shooting straight up. That was a cancelled shot there. But we did see them, unfortunately, fire up in the air once or twice. Royal Guard, good bit more ammunition. Brother of the Shadow actually lining up to volley them with their knives. No, they're just getting stuck in there. I think I prefer that. I would just want to get stuck in. The knives are lovely, but up against a heavily armored and shielded unit, I would prefer to just jump into melee. Let me just move my foot mat there. Just much nicer to actually engage them. Yeah, you're seeing these highly skilled guys are beating down the Royal Guard that are suffering from the Spear Malice. They may be exceptional, but not quite capable of dealing with these assassins from the Brotherhood. Fearmongers there, providing a morale buff to... There are no goblins around them. No, there's a few routing goblins. Oh, damn! 71 heavy goblin spears running. No, boys, get the hell back here. Snag a skirms inside 113 of them. Anything is a good target. Just get these jabs spent, boys. If you can guarantee a hit, get those javelins spent. Seafarers coming in to shut them down, showing that they are the kings of the javelins. Nice little sort of... I love them. I do like that, you know, they've got this sort of, well, I mean, I know, of course, it's a Numenorian style helmet, but Umbar's helmets sort of have that similar sort of wing at the top. It's cool. It's a cool sort of nod to that as those Snagga are bolting away. Oh, Khandish General down. he was in amongst some Varhak bowmen. Fair play. Yeah. Okay. The true power of the bloomin' Nurad Stormguard kind of surprises me that, but they've done okay. And hopefully that's not going to spark a big rout. Oh, everybody's shaking. If we do end up with a massive rout of Khand here, that is just what the boys have been needing. Because then there's nothing else in this area. Oh, wow. Okay. Witchers didn't get a great amount of kills there. Oh, ouch. But they did get a general kill, and they did get some Swordmaster kills. So that's going to hurt. Numenor's got some decent morale, but I'm sure that the attackers are quite happy with that strike. And Nawaki might be a little bit flustered for a minute. Catapult there, out of ammunition. Great thing for the attackers to see as well. Just trying to keep these trolls in place for a little minute. Victories is a distinct possibility. I mean, those trolls will be quite badly injured. And there's still 26 of the catapult crew. We might see them kill a troll, you know? I don't think they're going to be able to kill all of them, but they might kill a troll. Still more fire coming in, though. Over here, we're seeing the Hashari rushing on in. Again, more assassins from these evil men today. Firepower, actually... Oh, looks like Thanatos actually was probably an accident. But he rushed on out to try and shut something down. Sapphire Bladesmen have taken a bit of fire. But still 39 of them. More fire arrows raining down atop these forces. Kindred, they're taking the odd shot, but not enough to really change the game. Now, I'd consider falling back, if it was an option to me. Things are getting a bit too chaotic. You've fought it out very nicely out here, but I think it's time to get out of there. Kirin Amroth Rangers, a nice sort of thing about them is they, instead of pulling out sort of a one-handed sword, they pull out this two-handed blade. So they're, you know, a little bit more scary in melee than even other rangers can be. So they should be able to deal a few more casualties to these guardians, but that sturdy armor is going to be a bit too much for them to crack through, perhaps. Witches are still steady. Yeah, we're pushing right up into the center here now. We need to be getting back into the middle. Oh, that's the general. Thanatos himself pulling back now. Of course, very upset with the death of Nawaki. More fire coming in here. Yeah, we did get that rout. A few of them did return, but it's not anything to really write home about. Again, I would be considering a rout here. I would think about falling back. I think, you know, Nawaki's done a great bit of work here, but it's time for him to get his ass out. A few Brothers of the Shadow still surviving. They have really sliced through these Numenorians, but only 17 of them, and that's maybe not going to be enough to deal with the 39 steel bowmen that remain. Not with as bloodied and tired as they would be, and definitely not with 60 seafarers that are charging on in to assist. Oh, an admit defeat maybe from... You see, if that was Khand, it was. Maybe these guys did rout before he admitted defeat. From the Shadow, maybe they were gone too before they routed. No, because they're locked morale. Locked morale, I thought. Most assassins are. I would have fought out for another few minutes myself. I think he still had a good bit more damage to do, but the Dog Eater, he's going to go down swinging here. Fearmonger is bashing these guys open. Still the General. I love this positioning. The General's actually safe. He's safe, boys. He's not actually just shunting himself right into the thick of it. Oh, actually saying that, he was safe, but then some steel bows are ripping the back of his bodyguard, and probably him in a minute. He's not bloodied though, so hopefully he's got a good bit of damage left in him. Some snag archers from Sauce rolling around. Some Royal Legion going down. They're still fighting it out on this slope, which, as long as they don't get shot at, these Fires and Swordmasters could hold back quite a number of attackers. These Hammerguard, not really in their element here. You know, they love to crack down on some heavily armored human warriors, but these Fires and Swordmasters are exceptionally skilled, and they're maybe just a step above the rest when it comes to Swordmasters. So the Hammerguard will do some decent damage to them, but perhaps not as much as the boys are needing. Some pikes coming in behind them, though, to hack and slash, well, to poke and prod at the defending swordmasters. We do have some guardians in the back line, some rangers with their bows. But that's it. That's it. A few little scraps, of course. I think some more shadow bows with ammunition. Oh, hopefully we can get some more stuff retreated. Kindred pulling out. Scourge Raiders, Ashari chasing them. That's all we... yeah. Serpent's Fangs flooding in there now too. Good accurate fire, which, for this final defensive point, the defenders are always a bit bottled up. So sometimes if you've got ammunition, while you're breaking down those gates, sometimes you do just want to set your guys up and just fire. Oh, speaking about setting your guys up and firing, that's a damn shame. Come on, guys. Your Watchers of the Golden Wood, you can just fire straight up and you get pinpoint shot into their head. Don't slam them into the... That's a lot of arrows that are unfortunately being wasted there. That's a real shame. And that's a good shot into the Scourge Raiders too, which we do need to slice down. Yeah, especially we want to keep these sword masters around for a little bit longer, as they are getting beaten up. Looks like the Watchers are making their way out now, though. That is the general there. With these are friendlies. Those are Kindred of Celeborn. Numenorian Shield Guard pulling out. Hopefully they don't get glitched. We could use them. Shadow Bows pulling out. Ah, dude. I love it, but... oh, right, no, okay, we're fighting to the death. I was thinking we were going to try and wipe these guys out and then run away, but with the Blackguard there, this is going to be too much. Oh. Okay, I like that. We got a general kill before falling back. Again, these guys in their last stands just picking out this important figure and bringing him down. Just take a gulp. But no, definitely a nice little heroic last stand for these guys as they do their best. Spears coming back. I love it. Actually, bumping into some bloody steel bows. 8 steel bowmen who are not willing to let this gate fall. Oh god. A Troll of Gundabad though might fix that. Yeah, I think he's definitely going to fix that. They don't have the damage output to bring him down quickly enough, not when there's 39 heavy gobble spears pressuring them as well. Snagger archers out. And a lot of scraps. Sauce did a good job. As I say, it's a very risky thing coming in by yourself as Angmar. And I think he handled it very nicely, and he did some good work there. Is the sun? No. Felt like the sun was rising. It feels like it's getting lighter as the battle goes on. Fires of Sword Masters. Champions in Nafrat. Under normal circumstances, Fires and Sword Masters would devour the Champions in Nafrat. Perhaps not devour, but they'd beat them back. But in this situation, unfortunately, just after all they've been cutting through, that will be their undoing. Just a few too many of these exceptional trollmen, not just the half brain dead trollmen that lug a sharpened stick and a shield into battle. These guys are the real champions among them. What the Naz-High are to the Berserkers. Watchers clattering shots into these poor Ashari. Getting the occasional friendly fire hit though. I would maybe... yeah, okay, good, he stopped that. I would maybe just go for like a rear charge to bring him down. Serpent's Fangs over there. And yeah, definitely would get outshot by the Watchers of the Golden Wood. With, a much higher damage arrow coming from the Watchers. But 93 of them in this later stage. They'll serve as a decent little fighting force. The problem in these skirmish fights when you're going toe-to-toe with the Watchers is the Silverthorns throw your guys around. So it stops your actual shooting animation. So it means that even though you might outnumber them by a considerable amount, they're just blasting you up and throwing you around, so half your guys aren't actually firing. But still, nice use of the Serpents in this late stage. A bit of accuracy just to try and outdo the Watchers. But the Watchers are out at that point, so they're going to be pulling back. Pulling away from the Ashari, it looks like. But you can't run from the Ashari forever. They're very swift little warriors. They're going to try and throw their daggers off at you too. Still, the Fires and Sword Masters are nothing if not persistent, and they're holding. It's a nice juicy unit of Southron pikes, but this is still very steep. You know, we're seeing this from the Witchron pikes. They've not really been able to be used to their full power here, and the Southron pikes aren't going to be able to either. But at least with the Southron pikes, you're getting that AP from a stab, so they can kind of treat themselves like halberds in this fight, even though they're not really getting that that triple rank damage that you love. They'll do some decent work. The last few of these defenders are falling here. Oh wait. Oh, I thought that was the Angmar general that went down. It must have been the Goblins general. Oh, I like that little bow. He just kind of like bowed down to the goblins. Just like, yes, look, yeah, I did that. Worship me. Fair enough. Okay, and that's them. So they can gather up and move on forward to the final position. Oh, saying that, they're not gonna. Oh wait, are they chasing them out? If I was Sauce, I would have maybe kept that on. I would have maybe just kept that gate open. Tried to fight it out. Where do we have a ram? Where's the closest ram, boys? Is anybody pushing one up? No. Anybody pushing one up here? No. We got the catapult, but I don't think that catapult's going to be able to... It might have enough ammunition to break down a gate. A gate will go down, like point blank shots. It should go down pretty quick. If all three of them are actually striking it. But nobody seems to be moving a ram up. And with the amount of time we have left, I think that it might actually bust it open. Or the defenders do decide to sort of do a sally. Either is possible. Bladesman coming on over. Yeah, it's just a chance for the defenders to rest for a moment. And wait for the final strike. I know. As I say, Carn Dum is a lovely... It's quite a nice simple design. But it works very well, and I do enjoy it. It's definitely one of my, one of my most favorite maps to attack and even defend. It can work very well. Just wish we had like a good alternative to it, of course. There's a beautiful map somebody made. I don't want to get it wrong. I think it was Morris, but I'm really sorry if it was somebody else. It's on Umad's channel with, like a destroyed Carn Dum being defended. It was gorgeous. Really, really pretty map. But yeah, catapult must get through. Let's see. So 0% damage. Bang. 50. Oh wow. Holy smokes. They cracked that open real quick. Did not. I thought it would take more than 2 hits to take open a gate. Okay. So that's that one open. Are the boys going to open up another? Or are they going to just flood on in here? We've still got the Dragon's Wrath crossbows. They'll want to get used. See, this is the situation where I would probably just get all of my archers firing up and over. Because you're not really going to be able to get too much use out of them. Once you actually start pushing up here, there's no real position to fire into the enemy from. So better use it than not at all. They're going to get a beautiful hit, aren't they? Oh, it's just, it's just rangers, but hey. Defenders are defenders at this point, especially their elves. Champions in Afra are not willing to wait for the other door to open or for their allies to use up ammunition. They're just going to be shunting themselves on in there. Padua wanting to collide right into the face of these guardians. Oh, might have been a bait. No, he wants his pikes. He wants his pikes to go toe-to-toe with their pikes. It's not going to go too well for these poor Southron pikemen, even with that armor piercing. Yeah, fire arrows coming in here, there, and everywhere. This poor Mayan hung over here. Damn shame for him. Don't know how he got over here, but he's dead. I do like the Americas mod or the Americas, not a mod, Americas DLC for Medieval 2. It's fun. I used to, kind of change it up and have the English kingdoms spawning, like in the southeast. I can't basically where. Shoot. Just southeast Mexico, and pushing up through there. It was pretty dope. Kind of like reclaiming, because Spain, by the time you actually reached the new Spain, they were always like wiped out by the Mayans or something like that, so you could just like reconquer their territory. Guardians coming on forward. Demons trying their best to find a shot now. Yeah, damn, I grossly underestimated the amount of damage that a catapult could do to these walls. They've done very, very well. I think that was actually an interrupted hit from those Kindred. Very well done there from Thanatos. Wanting to make sure that this is a glorious final stand, not just one where they're wiped out by ranged fire. The fire ammunition coming up and over, not really worried about who it takes down. I think that was definitely a runic man that was shot down there by these Narim. Wait, are those Narim actually using... Oh, well, can't see now. I think those Narim were actually using proper fire arrows, not just the aesthetic fire arrows. Because I definitely saw some man burn up. Interesting. Might have been, didn't think they could do that. Anyway, Watchers standing their ground here, while Sauce gets into position with his Blackguard. Yeah, I'd get those Blackguard in there. Just get everything jumping on forward. Shadowbows getting ready to try and bring some of them down. Last stand of the Guardians, still actually holding out better than I thought they would. Holy smokes, I thought they would be getting rinsed. Well, they're doing okay. Over there. Few pikes struggling away. Further in. Oh, wait. Was that a fallback? No. I thought they might have ended up getting busted there. Kindred firing into these Hishari that have pushed on through. Into the glitched out units in the center. Swordmaster. Oh. The dancing blades of the Hishari. Love that. Yeah, this guy's been broken out of his route. He could probably, yeah, he could take down a Hishari or two, maybe. Shield Guard routed on into them as well. And now it is just becoming a bit of a mess around the square from the left there, but the right has still got some semblance of order. Bringing down some Guardians. Cracking this poor, Gundabad Guard there, getting struck down repeatedly. Blackguard pushing up, and Shadowbows reached as well. So yeah, it's just the final stand here. So this was a really good one. The boys do attempt these 2v5s quite a lot, and I think overall they've won more than they've lost. But Carn Dum can be very tricky, and all of these attackers today were careful. They were ready for it. The only guy I hadn't seen before was Brewmaster. Never really seen him. So I think that, yeah, 2v5 up against guys that really do know what they're doing is always going to be tricky, but 3v5s up against guys that really know what they're doing is always going to be difficult. You're kind of relying on the attackers to make mistakes that you can abuse when you're coming into 3v5s, and you know that's even more prevalent in 3v4s, 3v2s. You really need them to 5v2s. You really need the attackers to make some mistakes, and you need to be ready to punish them for it. But when we got to that 10,000 mark, and I saw that the attackers were still being cautious, I was like, damn, yeah, they've got this, because they were wary, they were ready for it. I think what the defenders needed was just a mass rout on that right side. I think the way the Dog Eater came in, the way that Brewmaster, as I say, I don't recognize his name too much, but he realized what needed to be done. He did flood in there. I love the Drake Broodlings and the Chariot coming in together. That was so tricky to shut down. And Nowaki probably did the right thing actually by having that more extended area to defend, so that those units didn't just barrel through his defensive line and shatter it, and everything got rolled over by goblins and Eastern men. So that one Kindred just taking all of these axes, dearie me. But no, really fun. And I don't really know what the boys could have done differently, in all honesty. I think when you're in one of these situations, as I say, where the attackers are just on point, communicating, careful, there's not a lot you can do. The only thing I could imagine, now this, is some effective cav play, but Lothlorien and Numenor don't really have that, and I don't think I would have done it. I'm just saying that, maybe that could have worked out. Maybe some god tier catapult hits is what they needed, but even then it's, yeah, pretty solid all round. It's just, you win some, you lose some. And as I say, when you're up against skilled, careful attackers that are going to be coordinated, that are going to watch out for each other and are going to take their time, it's, you know, just can't be done. Maybe just can't be done. Not today, anyway. We'll see what we got going on with everybody's kills. What is the one guy? He's just holding back there. Oh, he's trying to get his jabs. Fair play. Oh. Oh. Nope. Did he get one more? Oh, come on, man. Ah, that might have been, yeah, that was the last of his ammunition. That's a shame. He took one jab there. Had he got another one right to the face, that would have been a great little ending. Just that woodland protector clacking him in the face with another javelin would have been gorgeous. Let's see what we got here. Kindred, super, rangers, yeah. 135, we could maybe got a little bit more with that, but like, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Catapult there, not bad. Maybe the catapult could have been better on one of the flanks. In the middle there, Sauce was just coming in very cautiously. He was very ready for it. But at the same time, had they not had the catapult there, Sauce could have like just blitzed it. Could have been. Double Guardians, very nice. This was the second unit of Guardians that just had a really tough time defending there. Up against some elite units, of course, so it didn't really rack up too many kills. Say maybe Riders could have cycle charged. I'm just trying to imagine things that could have gone differently. I say I don't know exactly what happened with those archers early on. They definitely they didn't run out of their ammunition, because you can see they racked up a lot more kills. But maybe they were killing people that I wasn't noticing or something like that. So as I say, I think I'll go and see Nowaki's kills momentarily, but I'll just have a quick chat through everybody else first. Chosen One, yeah. Eastern Warriors. Actually, sorry, yeah, I've never seen Chosen One's name before either. But you know, coming in there nicely with the Eastern Warriors is always great to see, but you know, maybe not the best thing to push Rams. And then, yeah, Sauce, super duper there. Kind of, it's always worrying coming by yourself. I quite like to do it, and yeah, he handled it very nicely. Brewmaster, as I say, never really seen him before, but he did everything quite right, which was great, and really backed up Dog Eater, showed his sort of skill there. But I would certainly not sleep on the Stormguard. I really think Nurad's Stormguard, you should definitely take him. Dog Eater there, yeah, massive. Good use of the catapult throughout, and taking the brunt of the damage as the first attacker. Padjo there, yeah, good Javelin and some solid units for the task at hand. So we'll see what Nowaki's kicking up in 2 seconds. Okay then, team, so let's see. First fires, well, Generals, Fires and Swordmasters, these were the guys defending the centre there. They did have to go up against the champions, and they were getting shot to pieces too, so they did not too bad. Royal Legion, oh, that's a shame about these guys. Where did the monster kills come from, I wonder? Bang, of course, yeah, Shadow Bows, oh, even, yeah, 461, very, very nice. Bit of a shame about some of these seal, but we were shooting into the Blackback Mountain Berserkers for a bit. That's what would have been doing it. For sure. Numenorian Core. Can't really ask for much better. I'm surprised to see this. So many more kills from the Shield Guard than the cohort. I know, of course, the Shield Guard have armor piercing, but I mean, it all just counts to like who they were fighting against. But you know, that for all of them to reliably be getting that much more, that's something. Like 352. Holy smokes, it's really nice. And then Seafarers. Super duper. Just a necessity to have some javelin throwers. So yeah, no, nice. So thanks for that. It's nice to have from 2 points of view so that I can go through that. And yeah, great battle. Thanks guys. See ya.